Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I'm going to be presenting to you the interview I did with a business leader who is practicing servant leadership in his organization. The name of my business leader is Joshua Knuckles, and he has been in the IT business as the head personnel for over 5 years now. Now, let's begin our presentation. Today, I'm going to be presenting to you two leaders in comparison and how they each. Today, I'm going to be presenting to you two leaders in comparison and how both of them um, practice servant leadership in their organization. The first person is Joshua Knuckles, as I said again, an IT leader at the Raiffeisen Warren Bank in Germany. And the second leader is Satya Nadella, CEO and chairman of Microsoft since 2014. Both leaders have transformed their organization to innovative, people-focused leadership. So both of these leaders are kind and they're understanding and they lead by example, both of these leaders. The greatest, when it comes to being the greatest, having the greatest career achievement, when I interviewed Mr. Knuckles, he said that it was through an overhaul core banking system. It was also to migrate it from legacy to cloud native digital platform, partner with SAP, integrated fintech, and they had a great outcome, 40% faster onboarding and 60% less downtime improved. Now, when I asked Mr. Joshua what were his seven leadership traits in achievement, he said the key traits were conceptualization, which he scored a 5. That's the highest from 1 to 5. Listening, foresight, and stewardship. He also engaged in stakeholder-led with empathy. He also engages with his team with empathy and understanding. He's not very he doesn't use too much authoritative leadership style in working with his when working with his employee, but more of leading by example. When it comes to the significant challenges and response, Mr. Knuckles said that he has a bit of ethical dilemma, which is potential data breach, third party. He chose transparency over concealment, suspended vendor reported risk, to gain public trust. Now, when it comes to the servant leadership traits in the comparison leader, Mr. Nadella, he used empathy and awareness to shift Microsoft toxic culture. He encouraged inclusivity and psychological safety. He also promoted healing by fostering a growth mindset. Now, when it comes to the power basis and leadership behavior of Nadella, he was an expert power, a strategic cloud and AI direction. He has reference power, gain trust to humility and empathy, legitimate power, UCO authority to assign values with action, behavior impact, culture renewal, innovation, revenue. Now, when it comes to the mission, the vision, strategy, and entrepreneurial mindset, in comparison to both leaders, the mission and vision, both leaders focus on innovation, accessibility, and trust. Both leaders have strategy, like Nutella. He has global cloud and AI. While Mr. Knuckles has rural digital banking and ethics. When it comes to entrepreneurial mindset, both of them ranked 5, which is the highest. Now, when it comes to application of leadership theories, Nadella is transformational, uses transformational, servant, emotional intelligence, and adaptive leadership. While Mr. Knuckles is a servant leadership, uses servant leadership, emotional intelligence, and ethical leadership. When it comes to the leadership style in comparison, I would say that Mr. Nadella is strategic, he's humble, visionary, and inclusive, while Mr. Knuckles is ethical, he's adaptive, collaborative, and tech forward. Both of them have a shared trait of being empathic, conceptual thinking, and foresight, which I think is the basis of being a servant leader. Now, the leadership lessons and trait that I learned from both of these leaders, the traits to use or avoid. The ones to use would be empathy from both of these leaders. They both exhibit that. When it came to Mr. Knuckles, he was very conceptual. He scored very high in conceptualization. And when it comes to Mr. Nadella, he scored very, very high emotional intelligence. The traits I would say to avoid for both of these leaders would be over conservatism in communication with Mr. Nadella and micromanagement with Mr. Knuckles. Now, the critical reflection I got from both of these leaders is that Mr. Nadella proved large-scale cultural transformational possible in tech giants, while Mr. Knuckles demonstrated integrity and innovation, which can coexist in financial IT. Both of these role models is a big role model. Both of these roles are big role models in servant and ethical leadership. Uh, these are the references. Thank you all for being here and listening to my presentation, and I hope you have the rest of a great day. Thank you and bye.